So the way that our product works is that we can use Salesforce campaigns if the company finds it meaningful, but normally we would do our own, you can say, modeling of the data. And what we typically use is the tracking script we have that sits on people's website. We will monitor every single session that people have, whether they're anonymous or we now know who they are. And then we can look at, did they look at webinars? Did they look at thought leadership pieces, downloaded ebooks, etc. And then you can basically go as granular as you want on each piece of content. We do also have a content analytics, you can say, feature where we can look at which pieces of content do people look at if they sign contracts with you, which is something that I've started to become more and more interested in. I think typically you've looked at content through the lens of which page do people land on, and what happens in that one single session when people land on this page from an ad, organically, or wherever they come from. We can reverse that, so you can look at, okay, every URL that this account that we won looked at, which are those, and then we can summarize that up to, all the accounts that you've won. And what we typically see is that the pages that influence real revenue is very typically not the pages that would be the traffic driver or the landing page. So it's boring stuff like the about page people care about, integrations page, your community page, all these kind of pages where you would go to do your due diligence when you're making a decision about buying a product. So it really it flips your attention about, well, what is really important. It's not about getting people to the site. It's also about making sure that when they're in a buying process, that the pages that they look at is actually convincing and, making them feel comfortable about signing a contract with your company.